Hey everyone, this is Aisha Earning Wali, and today I'll come with another session. And my topic is the impact of gratitude on mental health. So let's call Maya.
Hey, Aisha. Good to hear from you. What's on your mind today?
Okay, today the topic is discuss the impact of gratitude on mental health.
Right, gratitude and mental health. That's a good one. I've read a lot about it. What got you thinking about this in
Okay,
particular today?
first you tell me, okay, like what is the benefits of gratitude?
Well, people tell me gratitude actually kind of rewires your brain in a surprisingly good way. When you regularly focus on seems to boost dopamine and serotonin, those feel good chemicals everyone talks about. It's like training your brain to look for the positive instead of dwelling on what's missing.
Yeah. So, how does practicing gratitude influence overall mental well being?
From what I understand, it's like a ripple effect. Consistently focusing on gratitude can reduce stress, boost resilience in tough times, and even improve sleep.
Yeah.
It creates this loop where feeling grateful makes you notice more good stuff, which makes you feel even more grateful. I've heard people say it's a subtle shift, but over time it really changes their outlook.
So, what psychological mechanisms explain the connection between gratitude and reduced stress levels?
It's a good question. It seems gratitude shifts your focus away from negative emotions like comparing yourself to others or feeling like you're missing out.
Can gratitude
Grateful for what you have, you're less caught up in all. Yeah, gratitude essentially becomes this buffer against negative emotions. Like when stress hits, instead of spiraling into everything's wrong, you can counterbalance it with, but I have this to be thankful for. And it impacts our stress hormones too. People say cortisol levels actually go down with regular gratitude practice.
So, tell me if we are so depressed and sad and negative thoughts are coming in our mind, but we do gratitude with our tongue. So, doesn't it affect? But our mind goes to the
That's
negative
a
side, and our tongue,
right. Yeah, I get what you're
yeah, yeah.
asking. So if you're in that really deep place, truly depressed, and you're saying, I'm grateful for this with your mouth, but your mind is still stuck in negativity, does it even work? The thing is, for really intense depression, gratitude journaling or force be enough on its own. Those practices can be more helpful when you're already in a relatively okay headspace. If you're really struggling, talk to someone who actually understands that stuff, like a therapist. But even when it feels like your mind is in the weeds, starting small with one thing, maybe noticing the warm sun or a good cup of tea, might be a tiny opening.
So, can gratitude practices help in managing anxiety and depression? If yes, how?
I've heard it can be a real game changer for both, though it works a little differently. For anxiety, it helps pull you out of future worried thoughts and focus on what's good in the present moment. For depression, which you were just asking about, it can help shift that negativity bias some people have. But as we touched on, it's not always enough on its own. Things like gratitude journaling, expressing thanks to others, or even just have been shown to help with mild to moderate cases.
Yeah. So, my next question is, how does gratitude affect brain chemistry and emotional regulation?
Okay, so on a chemical level, gratitude boosts dopamine and serotonin, basically the reward and happiness chemicals. But here's where it gets interesting. Regular gratitude practice can actually change how your brain pathways work.
What role does
Its strengths
gratitude?
associated with positive emotions.
Okay, so
Sorry, were you saying that that's all done, or were you still asking about brain chemistry?
no, no.
I think
I'm just asking
the
what role does gratitude play in building resilience and during difficult times?
that's a really important question. From what I understand, gratitude basically helps you reframe how you see sitbacks. Instead of why is this happening to me, you can shift to what can I learn from this. Decrease the pain, but it makes it feel less overwhelming. People say that gratitude creates this reservoir of positive emotions that you can draw on when things get hard. It reminds you of the good even when everything feels awful.
Yeah, so tell me, how can daily gratitude journaling improve mental health outcomes?
I've heard journaling is great for that. The act of writing down what you're thankful for forces you to actively look for those good things, even on tough days. Plus, it's a way to process your emotions, like noticing how many small comforts you actually have or appreciating things you usually take for granted. It's like a daily reminder that even in the chaos, there's still good stuff happening.
So, how does gratitude impact self esteem and self worth?
Ooh, that's a good connection. When you make a habit of noticing the good in your life, and that includes acknowledging your own strengths and contributions, it kind of rewires your inner dialogue, if that makes sense. People more often seem to have a more positive self image and are more likely to focus on their abilities instead of dwelling on shortcomings.
So, how can gratitude practice be incorporated into therapy or counseling sessions?
From what I've gathered, a lot of therapists actually use gratitude exercises as part of treatment for things like depression and anxiety. They might have clients keep gratitude journals, write thank you letters, or even just do quick gratitude lists at the start of each session. It's a way to create more positive awareness during tough conversations, and it can help shift a client's focus from what's wrong to what's going right in their life.
How can educators or parents teach gratitude to promote better mental health in children?
Why? That's actually something I've been looking into too. I've heard that modeling gratitude as an adult goes a long way. Kids are always watching how their parents and teachers react to things, but beyond that, simple things like having a fit dinner, encouraging thank you notes, or even just pointing out the small things to be grateful for during the day can make a big difference. So it's about building it into their daily routine, not making it some separate chore.
So, how does expressing gratitude influence happiness and life satisfaction?
There's a bunch of research on that actually. People who regularly express gratitude, whether through journaling, thanking others, or just noticing the good in their lives, report higher levels of happiness and overall life satisfaction. Gratitude creates this upward spiral where feeling grateful makes you notice more positives, which boosts your mood, which makes you even more grateful.
Okay, what is the
It's pretty neat
relationship?
how it works, actually.
Yes. So, tell me, what
The
is the
relationship.
relationship between gratitude and mindfulness? Okay, okay, wait.
Oh, right. Right. Gratitude and mindfulness actually go hand in hand. Mindfulness is about being fully present in the moment without judgment, and gratitude is about noticing and appreciating what you already have in that moment. When you're truly present, you're things instead of letting your mind wander to what's missing or what could be better. They complement each other really well.
So, how can workplace environment benefit from promoting gratitude among employees?
That's interesting. I've heard from a lot of people that gratitude in the workplace actually builds stronger teams. When everyone's making an effort to recognize each other's contributions, it creates more trust and reduces stress. Plus, it can improve morale and people feel appreciated. Some companies even incorporate gratitude exercises or recognition programs as part of their culture.
What long term mental health benefits can result from consistent gratitude practices?
So, from what I've read, it's pretty comprehensive. Long term gratitude practice can strengthen your mental resilience, making you better at bouncing back from challenges. Can also improve your relationships, boost your overall sense of optimism and joy, and may even against mood disorders down the road. The research suggests it's more than just a temporary mood boost. It's really about building a more positive mindset overall.
So, how does gratitude help in coping with trauma or loss?
That's a tough one, but really important. When someone is grieving or healing from trauma, it can feel impossible to find anything to be grateful for. But here's the thing, gratitude doesn't ignore the pain. Instead, it can help you appreciate the good things that still exist, the people who support you, the lessons you've learned, or the strength you've discovered. It's about finding tiny pockets of light in the darkness, which can actually aid the healing process.
What are the some effective techniques to cultivate gratitude in daily life?
A lot of small things can work. Keeping a gratitude journal is probably the most well known. Writing down a few things that make you happy or appreciate each day. But you can also express things directly to people. Take a gratitude walk where you actively look for things to appreciate, or even just make a mental list before bed. Some people like to pair gratitude with meditation or mindfulness, really sitting with that feeling of appreciation. It's mostly about making it a habit, even if it's just for a few minutes each day.
How does expressing gratitude influence happiness and life satisfaction?
I think we actually touched on that one earlier. People who regularly express gratitude, whether through
Okay,
journaling,
yeah,
thank you letters, or just noticing good things, report higher levels of happiness
yeah.
and overall life satisfaction. It really creates this upward spiral where feeling grateful makes you notice more positives, which boosts your mood, which makes you even more grateful. It kind of trains your brain to scan for the good, which changes everything over time.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Having a great conversation with you. Take care.
You're so welcome, Aisha. This was really good. Your questions were smart and thoughtful. Take care too.